To the hero on the J train that crashed on the Williamsburg Bridge 28 years ago. Although I've never seen you, I've admired you for 28 years. I wrote a play about what you did. It was never produced, but it was published in 2005, and I thought that was the end of it. But you haunt me. Until this year, I'd never told anyone about you, and when I did, it came out in a flood, and the person I told said that she ran a theater workshop and they could do a reading so I could finally hear the play. It's called The Hearing. Perhaps that would make you smile. Last month, actors did a sit-down presentation without rehearsal, and afterwards, I told your story that inspired the play, and the few listeners were so quiet, it was church. And again, I thought I was done. But I am not. You don't know me. Nobody who was involved does. But I transcribed your deposition hearing about the Williamsburg Bridge subway crash that left you maimed in ways that I can only imagine from the way the voices of the other people in the room changed when you came in and they helped situate you, I assumed in a wheelchair, and you started telling your story. You were a messenger working for what you called the Methodist Clinic, and you were in the front car of the train that crashed into another one early that morning so long ago. I don't know what your injuries were, but I know your story by heart. The simple way you told it broke my heart and then made me want to bow to you. Likewise, the MTA examiner and the attorney representing you got even softer when they heard your soft voice. The events took a long time to come out, and sometimes it felt like it hurt to tell them, as if you were embarrassed to be suing the MTA, as if you were completely unaware of your own story. You told where you were sitting. You told how some people were sleeping, but you were awake and saw the train hurtling towards yours. You told how you woke people up and made them get out of the car. And by the end, without ever claiming to be anything other than a simple messenger who was worried about losing his job at what I finally deduced must have been the methadone clinic, we all, your audience in the room with you and invisible me listening to you on headphones and typing your story in my Upper West Side apartment, we all realized what we were hearing. You saved everybody. All alone, you saved them with no thought to your own safety. You drugged them out of that car and led them to safety. I don't know what your injuries were, but they must have been bad from the sound of the examiner and attorney's voices. I did hundreds of those deposition transcripts, and I never heard anybody sound like they did as they responded to your story. I don't know what your name is or if you're still alive, but last month I finally got to tell a bunch of people at a writer's workshop that you are a real person, a true hero. You will never know how you affected me who wasn't there, and subsequently anybody who learns your story through me. It's not a lot of people. I'm as simple a messenger as you were. But perhaps some more people I will never see will read my letter to you, and then your message will continue to take care of each other. This piece was just published on the Journal of Compressed Creative Arts, and I thought I would read it and spread the message this way.